Hello, everyone. Here is the G. We have done the evaluation of the adapter ring several times before. The category of the adapter ring of Leina brand is very complete. Anyway, as long as you are playing with the old camera, Leina is definitely a brand that can't be bypassed. This time we have a Leina. Their family is a new product, a technology and hard work. That is Leina Z and bayonet transfer autofocus adapter ring for Sony mount. Let's look at the adapter ring directly. Because it is an automatic adapter ring, so its weight is a little bit heavier. Is it a heavy feeling in the hand? The official weight is 135.1 grams. And you can see that it is this kind of chin. Then there is a Leina logo on the front, which is a small red label, and it is very eye-catching and beautiful. Then there is a micro USB interface on one side of the body, which is convenient for upgrading firmware. Then on the other side is a button called the iPhone button, and the feel of the button is also okay. I will tell you how to use the iPhone button later. Then there are electronic contacts on its back, which means that you can use this software to restore and record the focal length information of the lens. Then one of its inner walls is treated with sun extinction, which is a routine operation. Its adapter ring supports the phase focusing of the Sony camera, and it matches the very fast focusing speed of the Sony camera itself. The overall experience is still good. It supports not only the FS single focus of the Sony body, but also the FC continuous focus, and then includes face recognition. iFocus is also supported. My overall experience is not very different from an autofocus lens. Then let's talk about the function of the adapter ring. There is an iPhone button. The iPhone button has several functions. The first function is that it can switch between autofocus mode, and you can press it to switch to manual focus. Then in manual focus mode, you press it again, and it switches to a macro mode. That is to say, its focusing module will stretch out to the longest. Then if you press it for a long, it will switch back to the autofocus mode. With the support of this function, it will make your iPhone, that is, the mode autofocus and manual focus, very fast. This kind with buttons will be much easier to use than other similar products without buttons. In addition, the F button also has a function. Of course, you have a manual lens, and this information requires you to manually, and you need to press and hold the key to start the machine, and then follow the focal length of the lens corresponding to the aperture, then adjust it to the corresponding aperture. For example, if I have a 5, I will turn it to S and then take a picture, and then turn it off at this time. Then you turn it on again, and the focal length of the lens. Then when you look at its Excel information, you can also see that it will be marked. The focal length of the lens you are using now is 50mm, so you have set the adapter ring. In fact, it not only but also the lens that can be transferred to Leica M bayonet. It can achieve an automatic focus. I also tried it. For example, I have a Leica M bayonet in my hand and a 50mm. Then I have, for example, a Pentax Princess here. I can transfer the PK bayonet to the Leica M. Then it can have a very good fit with the adapter. In addition, for example, I have some relatively large telephoto lenses. This is a Kanteshi, the 85, a particularly beautiful. Then I also tried it, and I transferred it from the CI bayonet of Kantai to the Leica M bayonet. It is also no problem to install it on the adapter ring. Then although it looks a little big and a little scary, I have no problem with it as a whole. The motor of its adapter ring is also able to move, which is already a very heavy lens. So the adapter ring can actually adapt to a lot of lenses. For example, you have some old manual lenses. For example, You put these foreheads together, and then like the Minolta MD bayonet, then the Pentax PK bayonet, and then the Canon FD bayonet. In fact, it can be transferred to the bayonet of Leica, as long as it can be transferred to the all manual lens of Leica M bayonet. Then the weight is not too excessive. The 851.4 weight of Kanghai is already a little excessive. As long as the weight is not too excessive, it can use this automatic adapter ring of Leina to achieve an automatic focus on the Sony body. If I use it as a whole, I can accept the focusing speed of the adapter ring, and it also supports a lot of functions. The biggest highlight is the FN button, which can quickly switch between manual and automatic. If you have some old lens in your head, it is M bayonet, or it is not M bayonet, but it can switch to this old lens, and then you want to get an autofocus experience on the Sony, you can try this Leica M bayonet to Sony bayonet autofocus ring. That's all for this review. We'll see you next time. Bye.